Is this thing on? Hello? Did I wear my glasses? All right, I'm gonna wear them. Hello, cutie pie heads. I'm coming at you nice and cozy. I'm literally just in the biggest sweatshirt ever. And I need to hit you with story time because I realized I've been busy on my YouTube. I've been doing these, dropping things, doing the Margie May show, putting out my favorites videos because I love to be consistent with those. And I haven't sat down and told a story in a while. And like, seriously, should I take these off? This is what happens, is I always make a game time decision about something I'm wearing, and then when I look back on the computer, I always regret it, but whatever. We're going with these. Anyway, I need to tell some stories. I need to sit down and freaking talk to the camera. It's one of my favorite things to do, and honestly, some of my favorite videos to edit because it's easier. So welcome to the show, guys. Okay. Today, I thought I would tell a story that I don't know how long it's gonna take, and I don't think it's gonna take that long, but I'm a talkaholic, so you never know. This is the story of something I've never shared, but not because it's a secret, but probably should be once I go into the details of it. This is the story of the time I had a train wreck. I use that in quotes because it was told to me that it was a train wreck audition for an American Idol casting producer years before I did Idol. You heard that right, I had a train wreck audition for an American Idol casting producer. It's a crazy story. And if you haven't watched the video of how I got cast on American Idol, it really ties in. It just, the whole thing was so divine. I'm still not over it, and I'll still never be over it. But I know that a lot of you guys are auditioning for American Idol right now. It's a really exciting time, and whether you're going through the process or you wanna go through the process in the future, I realize that this story is actually relevant because, you know what, some people are successful the first time around, and sometimes it appears that people are successful the first time around, but I'm here to tell you that most people are not successful the first time around, and most people fail a million times and just you don't see it, and then you see the success and then it looks like they were overnight successful, but that's not the case. And I just want you guys to know that resilience matters. It matters in the arts, it matters in any business place, it matters in every realm of your life. Resilience is so important, and you are going to fail. You're really gonna fail. You're gonna fall flat on your face. You're gonna have some train wreck auditions, or you don't even have to be in the arts to have some train wreck moments. Anyway, thought I'd share one of mine. Let's get into this. All right, I have to wind you back to, okay, let me paint this picture for you. I'm originally from Delaware. I moved to the Bay Area to go to college. I did my undergrad from 2011 to 2015. The day after I graduated from my university, I drove down to LA. That was June of 2015. Fall of 2015, I started music school. Boom, boom, boom. I was there for about two years, actually. 2 years, yeah, because I finished around the end of 2017, exactly. Okay, I don't know the exact timeline of when this happened, but it was somewhere between the end of 2016 and the beginning of 2017, this train wreck audition happened. And it was so unintentional, and it was a great learning moment. I'm gonna tell you about it. So I was in music school, doing my thing, in 10 classes, sometimes 12 classes at a time. Music school is no joke. They throw everything at you really fast so that you can learn a bunch and get a lot of tools in your tool belt to be a singer or an artist or whatever or pianist or whatever you sign up for. Loved music school. I can do another video about that. If you're interested, hit me in the comments because I need to do more story times. I have so much stuff up here I want to share. Okay, anyway, I was in music school doing all my classes, and this music school had like 2 different buildings. One building had most of the classes in it, like 99% of my classes were in this one building. And then there was a second building that I had maybe once in a blue moon I had a class in. Well, turns out one fateful night, late 2016 or early 2017, I truly don't know, I was wearing pants, so maybe it was winter, who knows. I do remember my outfit, kind of. I was wearing these like Target gray, I was wearing a sports outfit. I was not even dressed cute at all. My hair was really frizzy. I did not look good. Anyway, I'm walking to class, it's late at night, it's a random day. I happen to have class in this other building where I didn't really normally have classes. I walk in, and on my way to kind of the computer labby area where this class was gonna be, you have to walk past this stage. And when I walked through it, I noticed, oh, they were holding auditions for something. I hadn't gotten a notification, I hadn't gotten an email. If I'd gotten an email or I never saw it, I didn't know what these auditions were for. I just knew they were going on, people were going up there performing, and I was walking through. I think what was going on was like, it was either like a little pause in the auditions, or it was coming to the end of it, or maybe the guy who was holding the auditions was taking a break. I don't really know. All I know is as I was walking through, the guy holding the auditions, I think they were for America's Got Talent. He came up to me. I was like in the back, just kind of watching, because I was gonna, you know, you don't like to walk through when someone's singing. So I was standing in the back, waiting to go to my class. And he comes up to me and he's like, oh, good job tonight. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You must have me mistaken for someone else. I didn't go up there and sing. And he was like, oh, then why don't you go up there and do something? Why don't you audition? And I was like, very new to this, not an audition master. I didn't have all the knowledge. That's why I pump out all these videos, because I didn't know what to do in an audition. I was still really new to this. I was new to music school. When I started music school, I wasn't a pro. I was literally starting. I was like, I know nothing. I just feel like I have potential. Sign me up for school. And so I didn't know how to master an audition. Heck no. So I literally said yes to the dress and I just walked up there. Oh my gosh, you guys. I kind of thought like, oh my gosh, it'll just be a magic moment. I'll go up there, I know songs. I was literally in music school, learning music all the time. Well, let me tell you why preparation is important, because in this moment, I couldn't think of a single song I knew. Wow, now, not only that, but I also, it's really important, the learning lesson here is you should always have a couple songs in your back pocket that you know the lyrics to. You can pop on, worst case, a karaoke track and sing to it. I did not have that prepared. So I'm sitting there, couldn't think of any songs. The first thing I think of is, I'm gonna play piano and sing. Let me tell you a fun fact about that. When I went to music school, I did not know anything about playing piano. The only time I'd ever played piano was when I was 7 years old. Playing The Purple Cow was the most sophisticated song I ever learned, right? Okay, I was starting from the beginning when I was learning piano there. So I whip out my sheet music to At Last, the Etta James song, which was a song that I knew. But I am sitting there on the keyboard reading sheet music, which I can still barely do, playing the motifs. It was so ballsy and so bad. I was wreaking havoc. I was trying to do it. I'm sitting there on mic, I'm singing this song, trying to play the piano, absolutely butchering it. And I'm just being honest, I was butchering it. Okay, played that, pretty much fumbled through it. He actually stopped me at one point and he was like, do you know anything else? And then my idiotic self went even more idiotic mode. And I was like, I'm gonna play an original. This is back when I didn't even know what chords were. Truly, it must have been 2016. I was so fresh up on the boat. Like I was trying to play chords, like my fingers, if anyone's learning piano, like some people just know shapes. Like some people learn the piano just by knowing shapes and kind of picking up on things from YouTube. I'm not that way. I need to know the theory behind it. And so I was in piano 1 or 2, like didn't even understand chords yet. I'm pretty sure I forgot the lyrics to my own song. I just butchered everything about it. And typical auditions, if you butcher the first thing, you don't get a second chance. He gave me a second chance. I butchered the second thing. And then he's literally like, why don't you try something not on the piano? And I'm like, why is he still even paying attention to me? And I am still up there just like, yeah, okay. And then he's like, do you know a song like you could just sing and someone could plug the phone in and you could sing to a track? I think I picked a Christina Aguilera song that I didn't know the words to.
I'm an idiot.
Oh, it's actually kind of painful to think about. Like I was so bad. Oh gosh, so bad. And then he stopped me again after I'm just butchering. And then he gives me another chance. This guy was so nice. He gives me another chance and he's like, do you know anything else? I don't remember what the 4th song was. I tried. It was a mess and I was kind of laughing. Like, even though I was so unprepared, I'm still like able to laugh at myself. I was still in positive spirits, even though I just watched myself flopping. And anyway, after 4 attempts of singing something and failing, he finally looks at me and he's like, okay, you wanna come down? Why don't you come down off the stage? And he looks at me and I'm laughing and I start walking to him and he goes, so that was kind of a train wreck. I wasn't even gonna self-diagnose it as a train wreck, but he straight up told me that was a train wreck. Living proof, I've had a train wreck audition. Anyway, but he sat me down. It gets a little better, I guess. He sat me down and he was like, so that was a train wreck. And I was like, ha, 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 great. And somehow I'm not mortified. I'm still just like living through it, like laughing. And he's like, that was a train wreck. But he said, I will tell you, I couldn't stop watching you. and I can't remember, it was like 4 years ago, but he said that. And so he had me like fill out the sheet, but he specifically was like, don't work too hard on it. Like, I'm not gonna call you for this. But it was just a learning lesson, and one of the ladies that worked the career counseling, she's amazing, and she came over and they actually sat me down and they're like, listen, this, because she watched the train wreck happen. There were other people in this room, theater, watching it happen. So embarrassing. And they were just like, this is a great learning lesson for you. You're quite entertaining. We couldn't take our eyes off you, but that was horrible.
That was horrible.
You gotta have some songs in your pocket. And anyway, that day came and went. And let me tell you something funny. There's a lot of reasons why I'm telling you the story. One, because it's funny, and two, we live and we learn. We fall on our faces. And after that moment, I was like, whoa, I need to be prepared. This is what I want to do. This is my craft. Like, from that moment on, truly, I forever had a running list, forever, still do, of songs I would sing in an audition. Like, from that moment on, I was like, I need to get better at piano. I need to have go-to audition songs. Like, I truly used that as a learning lesson and kicked it into high gear. And so that was late 2016 or early 2017. And then here's the zinger, you guys. This is crazy. Fast forward to summer of 2018 when I got cast for American Idol. Here's what's crazy. You have to watch my story of how I got cast on American Idol for all this for you to get the whole story, and I'll link it somewhere up here. But the way that I got found for Idol had nothing to do with that situation or that scenario at all. Truly, nothing to do with it. It was through totally different people in totally different scenarios that eventually led to me getting that phone call that said, hey, do you want to audition for American Idol? Well, let me tell you something. When I walked in to the room with the producers, the casting producers of American Idol. You know, there's many of them in the room when you walk in. And if you're doing it this year, it'd be virtual, but typical years it's in person. I walked in, they're all in these big lounge chairs, very intimidating. Do you know who's in the front and center? It's the same guy. The same guy who watched me have a train wreck audition. And I remember he said, where do you go to music school? I wonder if he remembered me. I don't know. Anyway, straight up, same guy watches me audition, and in that moment, he is the one who told me, we're gonna have you sing for the judges. So nonchalantly, he walks me out of the room, and I'm literally thinking, this is the same freaking dude who watched me have a train wreck audition and told me it was a train wreck. And he's now casting me on American Idol. And remember, that original audition, the train wreck one, was for America's Got Talent. Like, it wasn't even for the same show. The fact that it all aligned that way blows my mind. Blew my mind. And it's a cool story, and things work out so full circle. And also remember, life is about timing sometimes. There's beauty in the timing of things. I do believe things happen for a specific reason at a specific time, whether good or bad. And sometimes when one door shuts, another window is gonna open. And sometimes a door is gonna shut and you're not even gonna see the window open from that scenario. But when the window opens, all the doors shutting might make that moment even more beautiful to you. I have chills all over my body right now because the whole experience was nothing short of divine. Nothing short of divine. And the moral of this story time, I hope it was entertaining. Listen, we are all gonna fall on our faces, but we cannot be afraid of failure. We cannot live in fear of failing. More so, we cannot live in fear. You get one lifetime here on this earth, and we must do what we love, live passionately, jump off the metaphorical cliffs when just say yes to the big brave yes. Do all the big brave yeses and go for it. You are going to fall on your face. I just told you that train wreck story. That was a fall on my face moment. And it's okay, I got back up and I was like, I'm gonna learn from this. And boy, did I learn, and I was ready the next time. And it's crazy to think that there was that same guy witnessed it happen. It's so amazing. And I want you to remember that, like, yeah, failing isn't fun. It wasn't the best day of my life when that happened. But life, there are so many emotions in this world that we can feel. And life is about feeling all of them. The good and the bad and the excited and the sad. And that was a rhyme, I know. But all I want to say is life sometimes starts when you fail. And truly, 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 all these success stories you're seeing, there are 100 fails behind them that you just didn't see. I encourage you all to be so brave, to be fearless. I am telling you this, and I'm still reminding myself of that every single day. Every single day I tell myself to be fearless and do the stuff that scares me, because you know why? The stuff that scares me is usually the stuff I really want. And that is how I continue to see tremendous success and change in my life, and changes that I'm really proud of. And I just burped. I hope you like this story. Let me know if you want more story times. This is really fun for me, and I love to share more, and I need to start sharing more. And it's just all about carving out the time in my day to make sure I do this. But it's really a blast, and I love sharing. And I hope you enjoyed this story. Let me know what you want to see more of. Let me know if you like this story time. But yeah, we all are gonna fall on our faces one time. And that was my train wreck moment in front of an American Idol casting producer who ended up casting me on the show years later. I would call that serendipity. Okay, I love you guys. My name is Margie Mays. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe, do that little bell thing. I have no idea where that is. Hit me in the comments and tell me, either hit a train emoji or tell me your biggest train wreck moment. I'd love to hear and how you learned from it. I'm holding pens. Okay, I love you guys. I hope you liked this and I hope you learned, and just freaking go for it. I love you, bye. All right, should I wear my glasses? Should I wear them? I'm just concerned that the glare is gonna be the worst and you guys are gonna hate this video. All right, if you can see lights in the back, one of my videos I had a pimple like right here the whole time and it was distracting. This feels like the glare moment.